Hey everyone, welcome back. I bought a new microphone, which is what you're hearing on the screen right now. The recent support on my videos have been great, so it has encouraged me to buy a new microphone, and I think it really sounds great compared to the piece of garbage I was using, which was just a game headset mic from 2018. This is quite a big improvement. I even bought a boom hand and a pop filter and everything else. I look like a budget streamer right now. And at some point, who knows, maybe there's gonna be streams as well. Now I'm coming closer towards a setup that could be ready for streaming, so we're gonna see what the future brings. I'm playing Battlefield 2042. Why I'm playing Battlefield 2042? I actually have no clue. Is this a good game? It really isn't. It still is the worst Battlefield game by far. I truly don't know what is it about this game. Every time I log in, there is some fun to be had. We'll get over that. But I'm talking about the way the game feels and plays. The FPS, I have a 4080 Super and I have a 13900K CPU. Not the greatest CPU, I know, but it should still be able to handle this game. But for some reason, no matter what I do, no matter what CFG file I have, user prof save, whatever I do, I cannot get, 240 FPS in this game. This game just seems to be at least unoptimized for my system, which kind of course, lowers my enjoyment of this game. However, what increases the enjoyment of this game is this vehicle here. I discovered it a couple days ago, and I like it more than a tank. It's a railgun tank. Yes, somehow they thought this is balanced. They just slammed a railgun from Battlefield 4 Final Stand DLC that you could use as infantry on a tank and said, right, fuck it, push it out, it's balanced. It isn't balanced, it's quite overpowered, but it's fun. I'm not sure if they were going for everybody's overpowered mentality in Battlefield 2042, because there's other OP shit. I think the helicopters are quite OP, many of the operators are OP, so maybe that's what they went for, and if that's the case, that's fine. So what am I using loadout-wise? I'm using the Maul Cannon. This is the second unlock that does more damage to tanks, and you can see there, my god, this guy took half his health in one shot. This thing, it even grows to tank protections, like the active protection system and so on. It's very hard for tanks to fight you, because they have to be using either the AP shell or the other Sabot shell from Battlefield 4 to really do damage to you on range. But that's just, you're kind of at a loss in a tank if you're doing that. I think the HE shell in the tank is excellent in this game. It's very good, especially if you're playing Breakthrough and you're mostly fighting infantry and you're playing tank. I highly recommend you just run the HE shell. There is a unlock for this tank, the canister shell, though I need to get 360 kills with this vehicle to get at, and that's what I'm trying to grind up. And while I was grinding, I just thought I might just upload as well a video of me doing the grind. The other thing I'm using is the coaxial LMG. As you saw, what is my opinion about the coaxial LMG? I think it has okay serviceable time to kill, however the velocity is truly not good. I'm getting pressured by a chopper here, and I'm thinking, how about I just slam this chopper out of the sky? So all you have to really do is just predict where he's gonna fly, and then you just aim there, boom, and it's like quadra kill. It's quite interesting how this vehicle works. Yes, you can pull this off with the tank, of course, but that's just something more satisfying when you do it with this Tor tank. Then I'm using the siege mode. I've actually never used this siege mode. This is this thing on the Epsilon button. Puts you in some siege mode. I have no clue what it does. It just roots me in place, and then I die to C4 and everything else that shoots you in this game. I haven't found a purpose towards this yet. When I find it, I'll let you know. And then I have the thermal smoke, which blocks lock-ons, and I have the maintenance perk for repair. I would like to run APS. I think APS is good in this game. I just haven't unlocked it on this vehicle yet. I have in fact just recently picked up Battlefield 2042 for very cheap on one key site, and I figured, what the hell, I might give it a try. This happened very spontaneously after the Delta Force disappointment earlier this summer. And I thought, hey, I want to play a game that's similar to Delta Force, and Delta Force, of course, copied everything from Battlefield 2042. So I just bought the game and tried it out. And it has some very sporadic fun in it here and there. The one thing about this game, other than the things I mentioned, which I really don't like, is how clean everything looks like. I mean, when you look at this map, it just looks very clean. I mean, if I remove the sand here, it just looks like your local highway in America. I mean, nothing's really special about it, and we are supposed to be in this big cyber warfare in this game that set up this setting, yet everything just feels so clean. I'm not sure if this was just a design choice, or if was this just, it couldn't be done differently with these maps. It just doesn't have that worn out feeling like the other Battlefield games brought. And then when you pair this with almost no ambient sound, honestly, when you play this game, especially in a vehicle, and you just drive around, all you're hearing is a tank engine that is in one gear, never seems to change gears, I don't know why, and that's all you're hearing for basically the entire match when you're not hearing the lock-ons from 50,000 lock-on devices that infantry has access to in this game. So it provides a very odd and just unimmersive experience, in my humble opinion, at least, coupled with the UI, which I don't think is great. I mean, if you look at the UI right now, my vehicle UI, which is on the bottom right screen, I mean, look at this thing. I have the shell. Okay, we know that's the shell. That's the number one. Number two is the LMG. That we know from all the other games. But if you didn't play this game and you try to explain to somebody what the hell is on number, or on key, sorry, epsilon, X, and G, other than G, somebody could think, okay, that's repair. But what do you say to him? What's on epsilon and X? On X, it looks like a danger sign for hot coffee you would see in Starbucks. And on J, it's a tank icon with an arrow pointing downwards. Like, who would ever guess that this is siege mode and thermal smoke? That's what I mean with UI. So you put everything together, in my opinion, bad UI, no ambient sound, and just awkward clean maps, and then you pair it with bad input lag. There's some input lag in this game. I know people claim it's been fixed, but I swear to God, when I'm in this game, I feel like I have V-Sync, G-Sync, 3-Sync, and 4-Sync on every type of syncs that exist in this game. And it's just so clumsy. And I don't care what anybody says, but when I log in onto all the Battlefield games, the mouse is so snappy, it's very responsive. I can really, get into it, and I can really frag people. But here it just always feels so clunky. I don't know what is it about it. Maybe it's the frame rate. Of course, if you have higher frame rate, you will have less input lag. Maybe it's that. But even people who I know that manage to get very high FPS on this game still tell me, hey, the mouse is terrible, infantry is worse than tank in this game, so most of the infantry players just play all the Battlefield games or don't play Battlefield at all. I don't like infantry in this game just like them, so I load this up to play vehicles, which aren't great in this game also, but I think at least this vehicle is very, very fun. This map, I think from the maps I played so far, is probably the best map. I played some other map, Kaleidoscope or something like that, and Exposure, and I wanted to truly just end myself. Those maps were extremely boring, and again, very clean, very sterile looking. This game, it feels like you enter the hospital. Everything is clean, it smells nice, it's silence. That's this game. Maybe that's where they developed it from. Maybe it was developed from an operation room. I don't know why it's so clean. Though they do have some elements here. You can see now a big tornado, sandstorm, or whatever it does, and it hides your UI. And good thing it hides my UI, because I do hate the UI in this game. So there is some small things that we can forward to. Some people have been asking me, should I ever do a review on Battlefield 2042? And I don't have enough hours to give a detailed review of this game like I did about Battlefield 4 and like I possibly will about other Battlefield games. I think from at least the first impression, and I think I have about 80 hours in this game, I would give this game honestly a 4 out of 10. More than that sounds just very dishonest to me. I think it's truly a 4 out of 10. It can be more if you have a specific mindset and you enter a mindset how you want to play this game. Like if you play this game with friends and you're like abusing the Concorde or some of the vehicles that require this type of teamwork and so on, yep, I guess maybe the score can be higher. But guys, that argument, I never liked that argument, because any game can be more fun with friends. I mean, you can do anything in life. It doesn't have to be a game. Everything is more fun doing with your best friend or doing with your girlfriend or your brother or whoever, right? If it's done with people you know, then it's of course going to be fun. And I just think there are better options to play with your friend than playing Battlefield 2042. I hope the next Battlefield game truly won't be in this fashion. I hope maybe some of the vehicles return from this game. Maybe that Ram car is kind of fun, and maybe this tank, just maybe a little bit nerf. Holy fuck, it's ridiculously overpowered. Would be kind of fun. But other than that, I truly don't see anything I would want from this game. Even those small things like changing your attachments on the fly system is super clunky. I tried to using this a couple of times. It's just, I don't know, you have to click, then another menu opens, then you have to select, then you have to deselect. It just feels very clunky. I think going back to the old systems would just probably be better. Just let us select the gun, equip it, and then have it for that round, and we can customize in when we're dead or something like that on the spawn screen. And my teammate here is just shooting the helicopter, and he just wants me to die, so I die. So yeah, we will end the video here. Please let me know how you like the microphone quality now. I had a couple complaints coming in about the microphone quality. I really tried to fix this as soon as I could. So I called Amazon and said, I need a new mic, and here it is. If you enjoyed the video, leave me a like, subscribe if you really enjoyed it, and if you really enjoyed it, then leave me a comment and some feedback. See you next time.